Welcome fellow gamer, I'm Dune Mountain, and in today's video we are going to discover everything that you have to know about running in grayzone warfare. Running is one of the most used mechanics in this game, even if you don't realize it at first. Grayzone has a huge map, and unfortunately you don't have access at any means of transportation, besides the helicopter to fly to a designated landing area, and your legs to run away from enemies that are trying to kill you or simply to reach a place that you need to be. Running is one of the most important game mechanics that you have at your disposal, so if you want to know more about the running mechanics, you are in the right place. In this video, I will test the running time with the inventory full and empty. Also when you reach the first thirst and hunger symbol, and when you reach 0% of hydration and energy bar levels. I also tested the energy drinks when running and other important factors for the running mechanics. So let's run to the starting point. First, I just want to say thank you for all the support from all social media. It helps me not only keeping me motivated to continue, but also for all the new testing ideas that you guys gave me. I will cover your ideas in future videos, but I decided that for me to be able to give you all a more coherent and organized content, I will talk about only one game mechanic at a time. For example, in today's video I will only talk about running, but every idea that you guys gave me will be eventually tested in future videos. Now, let's start with the tests that I made and what I have discovered. First, I tested the running with an empty inventory, and I only had 5 on the weight stat. I first tested with 100% on the hydration and energy bar, and after I consumed all the stamina bar, I had run for 46.42 seconds. The second test, I waited until the first yellow thirst symbol appeared that happens when you reach 50% on the hydration bar. And after I consumed all the stamina bar, I had run for 46.33 seconds. For the third test, I waited until the first hunger symbol appeared. That happens when you reach 50% of the energy bar. And after I consumed all the stamina bar, I had run for 38.29 seconds. And for the fourth test, I waited until I had reached 0% on the hydration and energy bar. And after I had consumed all the stamina bar, I had run for 33.20 seconds. With that said, I conclude that the hydration bar doesn't impact the running time, but the energy bar has a major impact on the running time, but only impacts when the energy bar reaches 50%, when your yellow symbol appears, and at 0% that is when the red symbol appears. I think that in between, like for example 51%, on the energy bar has the same running time that when you have 99%. Next, I tested running with a full inventory, and in this case I had 51 on the weight stat. In the first test I had 100% on the hydration and energy bar, and after I consumed all the stamina bar I had run for 11.10 seconds. The second test I had waited until the first yellow symbol appeared, and after I have consumed all the stamina bar, I had run for 10.55 seconds. And for the third test, I waited until the first hunger symbol appeared, and after I consumed all the stamina bar, I had run for 9.38 seconds. And for the fourth test, I waited until I had reached 0% on the hydration and energy bar, and after I have consumed all the stamina bar, I had run for 8.59 seconds. With that said, I have concluded that the same results that I had with the empty inventory also applies to the full inventory. The less energy bar levels you have, you can also run less time. Now, if I combine both results of the empty inventory and full inventory, I also discovered that the weight also has a major impact on the running time. And of course, I was expecting that result. And the difference between having 51 weight versus 5 weight is 4.4 times less running time with the inventory full at 100% hydration and energy, 0.41 times less running time with a full inventory and the yellow hunger symbol, and 3.9 times less running time with inventory full and the red hunger symbol. Another important running mechanic is that when you have to run long distances or you have to fall back as quick as possible, is the recovery time of your stamina bar. The quicker your stamina bar regens, the quicker you can execute a full run again. This test happened right after I had finished each running test. Each time I ended a running test, I stopped and measured the time to recover a full stamina bar. So I tested with a full and empty inventory, 100% hydration and energy bar, also when the first thirst symbol appeared, when the first hunger symbol appeared, and when I reached 0% on the hydration and energy bar. I first tested when I had an empty inventory with 100% hydration and energy bar, and it took me 23.52 seconds to recover the entire stamina bar. Next, when I had the first thirst symbol, I took 23.40 seconds to recover the entire stamina bar. When I had the first hunger symbol, it took 28.39 seconds to recover the entire stamina bar. And finally, when I had 0% on the hydration and energy bar, it took 37.18 seconds to recover the entire stamina bar. What I have concluded is that the less energy you have on the energy bar, more time it will take to recover your stamina bar after executing a full run. And again, I don't think that the hydration bar does anything to help the regen process on the stamina bar. Will the weight impact the stamina regen? Well, the test when I had a full inventory with 100% hydration and energy bar, it took me 30.49 seconds to recover the entire stamina bar. Next, when I had the first thirst symbol, it took 31.45 seconds to recover the entire stamina bar. When I had the first hunger symbol, it took 42.30 seconds to recover the entire stamina bar. And finally, when I had 0% on the hydration and energy bar, it took 68 seconds to recover the entire stamina bar. What I have concluded is that the weight also has a major impact on the regen of the stamina bar. And in this case, if I combine both results, the empty inventory and full inventory, the difference between having 51 weight versus 5 weight is 1.3 times more time to regen your stamina bar with the full inventory and 100% energy, 1.5 times more time to regen with the full inventory and yellow hunger symbol, and 1.8 times more time to regen with the full inventory and the red hunger symbol. So less weight you have, the stamina bar will regen faster. I also did another test, to be able to see how much the weight consumes the hydration and energy bar when standing still and running. For that, I did two tests, one with the weight of 5 standing still and running, and the second test with a weight of 51 standing still and running. And what I discovered was that with the weight of 51 when standing still for 9 minutes, the hydration and energy bar consumed 8% equally, having left 92% of both bars. But when running, I had consumed 50% of the hydration bar, having 85% left, and the energy bar I had consumed 13%, having 87% left. With that, I conclude that when running, you will consume more of your hydration bar than your energy bar, by 2%. And as expected, when standing still, you will consume less than when running, and you will consume equally both bars. But when having a weight of 5, when standing still for 9 minutes, I had consumed 0% both bars. And I let it for 20 minutes and still I had consumed 0% from both bars. That in a way surprised me. I was expecting to consume less but not 0. And for the running test, I had consumed 5%, having 95% left on the hydration bar. And for the energy bar, I had consumed 4%, having 96% left, giving a difference of 1% between both bars. And I have concluded, as expected, that the weight has a major impact on consuming the hydration and energy bar, even when standing still. The fact that I didn't see any consumption of the hydration and energy bars when standing still with the empty inventory made me think that if that is just a bug, or a configuration that is not meant to work like that, or if it is working as intended. Because either way, when you reach 0% on the hydration and energy bars, you will not die. I tried to run for 15 to 20 minutes after getting at 0% in both bars. And besides having a status effect of dizziness, nothing else happened. I don't know why they made this way, but in my opinion, what they could do was when you reach like 20% dehydration, the intoxication bar should rise, and with time should also affect your health and cause the death of your character in-game. In real life, dehydration is really dangerous, that can cause different problems, even dying in a short amount of time. And dehydration will make your body accumulate different chemicals in your body that can cause kidney failure, and it would be nice to see that kind of mechanic in this game. Another test that I made was to see if the Efood Edrinks and the Med phenethyl had any impact on the running time and also on the recovering time of the stamina bar. And after ending all tests, what I have concluded is that none of the Efood Edrinks and the Meds had any impact on the running time that I could measure. That I was not expecting. At least the Edrinks and the Meds should have some sort of impact on the running time, giving us more running time even if it was just a couple of more seconds. But unfortunately, it doesn't. For the recovery time, just one of the consumables did affect the recovery time of the stamina bar. The consumable in question was the Med phenethyl, that shortened the recovery time in less than 3.16 seconds, at a price of adding 6 points on the intoxication bar. But all other e-foods and e-drinks didn't have any effect whatsoever. Before I go, I just want to ask you to do a minute of silence, or if you don't want to wait, give a like on this video, for the gear that I lost doing this test. I'm kidding, you don't have to do anything, but I actually lost my gear. When doing the test outside the HQ, the game just crashed. It was not the game's fault, but because I was running the game and my editing program and other stuff open on my computer, I guess that my PC decided to crash the game to have more room to run all other applications. And I hope that you have enjoyed this video, and if so, please consider to leave a like or dislike, that will help this channel and other players to find this video. And if you don't want to miss future content, please consider to subscribe to the channel and click the bell icon to receive notifications from future content. And I will see you on my next video, but until then, have a nice day, good gaming, Dune Mountain out.